Good morning, everybody. Cheers. Half a cup of coffee. How's everyone doing? Almost didn't make the stream today. It was an almost a cancelled event, but I managed to drag myself here. Yeah, really rough night's sleep. Or I shouldn't call it a rough night's sleep because that would suggest that there was sleep involved. There wasn't. So just a rough night. So I was almost going to cancel the stream, but I decided not to. But I've had a bit of, I think, a change of plans on what I'm going to do on the stream today. So I was going to do some PCB stuff, but I don't think I've got the mental capacity today to do that. So instead, we might do something else. Yeah. What that will be, I'm not going to tell you yet. Low brain day. Oh, it's going to be a really bad brain day. The good news for me, anyway, after the stream, is my day really involves testing boxes of Feather S3s. So that's pretty mind-numbing. I literally sit here swapping boards on a test jig all day. So that's kind of good because I don't have to use my brain much for that. But what? Time to get into some Reddit arguments? No, seriously, I'm in a bit of a brain fog at the moment. So I was going to design an S3 board in an M.2 format and design a carrier board for it. So a module-based board, but that is not a one-use board like my Nano S3, for instance. I've had that on my list of something to do for a really long time, and I just haven't got to it. And I was super excited.
The secret engineer says, will you be utilizing the ESP32 page 4 in any future plans?
Yeah, when it I don't know. Do I want to have a play with it? Will I make something with it? Probably. What am I going to do with it? I don't know, because it's not really, I mean, it's a chip that's more suited towards a, you know, an SBC type setup, like a, you know, something running Linux, embedded Linux, rather than for microcontroller projects. So I don't know, possibly. I'm definitely keen to have a play. Okay, back now. You're flagging attention. Okay, hang on. Probably means that your brain is working on it subconsciously, it just isn't done yet. Oh no, it's I'm ready to go on that, Quindor. I just don't have. I've just my concentration levels. You'll see, I'm scattered today. Concentration levels are very, very low in terms of nitty gritties. So I'd end up just sitting there in KiCad going around in circles. So I figured I won't do that today, although I still really want to. But yeah, instead, so something else that I've been wanting to do for a while, some of you might remember, where's the box? Okay, I've got a box. I haven't said hi to everyone in the chat. Let's say hi to folks in the chat first, and we'll go from there. Apologise in advance about how scattered I am. Alan, good morning. Antonio, hello. Tetra 3D Print, hello. Jeremy Wilkerson, Michael, good morning. Mr. England, Graham, Dutch Taurus, hi. Embedded Hobbyist, Dave Odessa, hello. Beata, hello. Johnny, Quindor, or Intimate Tech. Mihao, hello. Anna Bryant, hi. Ian Scott Johnson, hello. Peter, Homan, good morning. Gustas, hi. X Micron, hello. Sean Moto, hello. Andy Day, oh, going backwards, up and down. Deep Space, ooh, wow. There's an echo out there. Oh, there's no sound in deep space, is there? John Gunnison, hello. What I'm stuck trying to get two TS20 chips with different addresses to talk on the same bus. Well, you should have introduced them. You know, if you want two chips to talk to each other, you should introduce them. Let them get to know each other, you know.
Hal 9000 says hello, the great and mighty unexpected Maka.
You can't even say it. That's really funny. Thanks, Adam. Okay, Sean's getting coffee. We all need to wait for Sean. Or not, that's okay. Johnny's confused today, trying to get LV9 working on Arduino. It does not seem done yet, although they released it. Don't know. So, a while ago, I bought this. Well, let's see if you can even focus on it with the lighting. It's called a Mate 2. It's a wireless HDMI cable. It's a complete solution. You don't have to do anything. It basically comes in two halves. It's got two HDMI connectors, one on each cable, and they just plug into power. So it's just a cable, HDMI plugs into a camera, and cable for power, USB-C for power. And the idea is that you can have. It was expensive. Well, yeah, it was expensive. It was like $140, I think. But the idea is that you can take a normal HDMI camera and connect it in two different places and have wireless connection, and it uses its own ad hoc wireless connection. So there's no setup. You don't have to do anything at all. They just find each other and communicate with each other. And I've been having a play with it with that really cheap, crappy HDMI fake DSLR camera I got from China, which is really terrible. So I took my DSLR off my mount here that I normally use pointing down on the desk, and I've connected it on the shelf behind me. You might see, I don't know if I can, let's do this. Oh, wrong way. You see on the shelf behind me? Oh, that way, there? It's sitting there, and that is now wirelessly connected to me on my ATEM Mini. And for those of you that are really observant, you'll have already worked out what it's doing. Just going to put that there. Updated my circuit Python, Repro, Micropro to master, and they all built first time. Congratulations, Bruce! Yay! The tank is the tank? The who? What? Hey, Shipu. What? Interesting. I use an AliExpress fiber HDMI cable for long distances. Right, but I didn't want something wired. I want something that I could walk around with. So the idea is that I could take my DSLR. It could be downstairs. It could be anywhere. And all I need is a USB power bank, and I could be powering both the connection and the camera, and not have wires. And anyway, so it was worth it. Like I thought I'd try it out, and it's pretty cool. And so what I did was stuck it on my shelf and turned my laser controller sideways, and there's a bit of a card behind me, just sitting there on my shelf, wedged in there, which That's interesting. Where's my... Haha, that's really funny. Why'd it go all the way down there? Sorry. Anyway, I'm just moving it where it needs to go. Which now gives me this. A bit of an angle. No, the quality is really good. It's, there's stack overflow, the nasty... Oh, okay, that wasn't to me, Michael. No, it's really, really good. You can't tell any compression or anything. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess there's got to be some level of compression, but anyway, it's pretty good. I mean, in this particular case, it's a laser. It's really bright. It's really hard to get the camera focused exactly on it, but that's projecting onto that board behind me, rather than on the wall all the way back that can't really be seen. And you can see the camera's on a bit of an angle, that stripe on the side. I can try to fix that. Sorry about any motion with the camera right now. Did I get that straight? Very hard to see. Well, it's a little bit straighter. So I thought, I don't even remember what I was doing ages ago with the laser. I remember I was trying to get a cube drawn and it didn't quite work. I remember that I was redoing the way the laser commands working, and I don't really remember where I got up to. So I thought I would spend this morning, get the project moved over to PlatformIO, and this just makes it faster to iterate on, and see if we can get the chat lasers going again. Yeah, Turtle forgot the rest. Exactly, it's been so long. So I thought that's what we'd do. I don't even know if I've got any of the laser stuff enabled. I don't think I do in my script. Let me see. Turtle pass. Yeah, I'm not even passing on turtle commands, so I should turn that back on, and I will turn that back on. But first I want to get I may or may not have been working on a tiny 3D engine. Oh really? Most of these are IMU and Mag vectors, trying to get tilt compensation. Oh, very nice. So Tetra 3D Print's been working on some stuff for Tiny Watch, which is cool, as have a few other people. So yeah, okay. Let me...
Hal 9000 says, is it Tiny Doom?
Tiny Doom. Could be Tiny Doom. Okay, coding. So I need to copy that. Let's see. Oh, wow, that window did not work. Okay, won't be a moment while I fix this. OBS has decided to do that stupid thing where it can't get my desktop again. Okay, wow, that looks terrible. But I do have a bit of a... Let's see if I paste that one in. And wow, OBS is shocking. Let's put that over there, nice and big-ish. How's that? Okay. Kind of okay. We'll see if we can get this to... Oops. Okay. So let's see if we can get... I need to get a new project up. Do you want to... No. Go away. Okay. So this is running off just off a tiny Pico. New folder, we need a source folder. By the way, I don't use the PlatformIO thing to create a new project because I can never get it working properly. And all it really needs is a PlatformIO.ini file. So I'm just going to see if I can build one for this, and it's going to be board, tiny Pico. And I wonder what IP address, let's find out what IP address it's on. So it is set up for over the air. Laser Shark 198. Has the power covered around your area properly? We're still getting hard brownouts. Really? No, the power here is fine, thankfully. What did I say? 98, hang on. 192.168.1.98. Laser Shark. And yeah, I was very lucky with the power here, but I know a lot of other people didn't have power and blocks around me were still down days afterwards. So library dependents, I don't even know if I need those. What do I need? Build flags. I don't need those. Do I even need build flags? And I need a default environment. So sorry about this, just to get this set up. I use the project builder and then modify that, copied an old ini over. Right, that's the thing, like it's whenever I've tried to select the right board and select the right platform and everything else, it just can't get it working. I don't know why. Laser Shark. And what else do I need? I don't even think I need. Do I need to actually set up a? Okay, some of these are redundant, but I'll fix this. Hang on, Laser Shark. I should have done this earlier. Don't need that. And I don't actually have any build. Okay. But I don't need those. Maybe. So, and the problem is that won't pick that up, but if I now, well, let me just put some stuff in here first. So, maybe I could just copy everything in. So this is the project, the Arduino project, which I need to find. So, because I could probably just copy the files in instead. Dropbox. I keep all my Dropbox stuff in. So my Arduino stuff in Dropbox. Okay, so I'm going to copy that into there. And then I'm going to put all of these in a new folder. I'm going to call it lib, and I'm going to put, this might end up bad, but we'll see. Okay, might not find everything I need. Oh, I need pub sub client. Right. What else do I need? Okay, so if I close this and reopen it, open. What I call it, laser chat. Open. PlatformIO should pick it up. There it goes. So PlatformIO has picked it up now, and it's downloading all the stuff. And that's it. We have a PlatformIO project now. PlatformIO is very nice. It's obviously quite different to using Arduino, but it's just much faster for iterating and even flashing and everything else. Tiny Pico, no board ID for Tiny Pico. Really? I find that hard to believe. Or maybe it's not called, maybe it's just called Tiny Pico. Yeah, it looks like it's just called Tiny Pico, which is weird. Yeah, just Tiny Pico. So it hasn't picked up all of the updated board names from the... I mean, I've been calling all my stuff underscore for forever in Arduino land. Okay, so will this compile? Let's see if it compiles. And if it compiles, then we're on a good... No, it doesn't. I'm probably just missing stuff. Include turtle. Wait, what? So it doesn't like loading it from the lib folder? It's possible it just doesn't like loading it from the lib folder. Why don't we just, for the moment, stick everything in source? But I can work it out later. Let's try again. Nope. Still doesn't like. Where's the actual error? I've got the font size big so you can possibly read it, but it means that I can't. Oh, laser H no such file or directory. What? Let me kill off the build folder. Probably because I moved it. Didn't like that. Let's try again. Right, MCP. Okay, I need to install that library. I wonder which one it is. I've got. Forgot about that. So let's go to the trusty PlatformIO registry. PlatformIO registry, and let's. Why is it giving me the mobile view? Jeez. I don't know which one I used. Let me see if I can sketch, manage libraries. Yeah, I'm brute forcing this over though. Like it's, you know, I should have, as I said, this was not planned. My plan was to do some PCB stuff today, but I don't have the brain capacity for it. Clearly, I don't have the brain capacity for this either. But it won't take long. Won't take long. Just want to get it compiling, and then see if we can get chat to be able to control it. So it is. Was it? Oh, hang on. It did find it. Just really slow installed. Yeah. So Steve's one. This one. Installation. Okay, I want that. PlatformIO, add that to the list. Let that download. Oh, this is not my first coffee, mate. Hey, Jay. The unplanned plan. Okay, let's compile that. Okay, we have it compiling and linking. Yes, look at that. How fast is that compared to Arduino rubbish? So I can probably put all these back in lib. I might put them all back in lib and see what happens. I'll have to delete the PO folder again, the build folder. Delete, build, and let's compile again. No, it doesn't like being in there. What doesn't it like? Can't find laser. So it won't pick it up from there. Maybe because I need brackets around it. Okay. Oh, I'm going to stop stuffing around with this. I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why but I'll just, let's get on to actually doing something with it. Yeah, rather than cleaning up the project. Okay, so we should also be able to flash to it. So let's just make sure we can flash. And let me make this bigger. Okay, so it should be doing over the air. So you'll see here that it's, look at that. Look how fast it's going over the air. This can flash over the air faster than it can flash to USB, or that Arduino can even do anything. There you go, look at that. Okay, so firstly, that's obviously needs to be zoomed out a bit. So let me zoom that out a bit. Without knocking the camera over too much. I hope that's in focus. Let me see if I can focus it. Okay. Okay, so it's a bit smaller, but let me see if I can, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Trying to okay, so plenty of very good editors. Arduino is one of the worst. Oh, it is. It's a terrible editor. It's a terrible editor, terrible IDE. But it makes, yeah, it is. It's much easier for beginners though to get into than something like PlatformIO or Visual Studio with plugins and whatever else. And way more people use Arduino still than PlatformIO. Like those that are just tinkering and learning and starting off. So it's a problem. For someone like me, it's a problem where I want to release some source code for one of my boards or for a project like Bling or whatever else, and the barrier for people to learn how to use PlatformIO to deploy to it is much higher than Arduino. They might be new to ESP32, but they might not be new to Arduino, or they might be new to Arduino IDE in general, but there's 1,000 tutorials out there and guides and whatever else, and there's, you know what I mean? I always need to keep that in mind if I'm releasing code, and people get annoyed with me that I release it on Arduino, but it's just, yeah, anyway. Okay, so now let's see, whoops, that just happened all by itself. Let's see if I can enable the chat stuff now. So turtle. I can't remember what the commands are, so that'll be interesting. So I'm going to have to save this. I'm going to have to kill my chat code and start it up again. Okay, and then, so in my setup in here, I've got a whole bunch of these old things. So this is what's running right now. And I don't even remember the syntax. I really don't. But if I like grab this and I put this in chat, let's see what happens. Why is that ending on a thing? I don't know. Okay, well, I got the message. Let's see if it worked. Doesn't look like it.
HAL 9000 says syntax error in module brain.
So that should have sent that. 175. MQTT Explorer. Let's just make sure that it got it. Connect. So MQTT Explorer. I'm gonna have to resend that again. Okay, live stream. Turtle. Unexpected. Using some S3s for a summer camp this summer. Ideally, I'd use IDE for beginners, but I can't fight compile time. Yeah, the compile time in Arduino is shocking. Oh, it did work. It sent it that time. Oh, maybe it needed the thing at the end that I didn't send last time, the pipe. Maybe I need the pipe at the end. So obviously the redraw you're seeing is because, oh, there you go, Dutch Taurus has just done something. Did you save that, did you? You had that, a few people probably have things saved. Although that doesn't look like it's doing something. Could be some really old script, that one. I don't know what that is. So obviously the camera can't do, the refresh rate is not the same for the draw of the laser and the camera. So that's why you're seeing it drawing. Not really much I can do about that, I don't think. Not at the moment. Maybe that was a failed try, yeah. Seems like what could be easily abused. This? Yeah, I mean, I don't know where Christopher White is, but yeah, he's always the first one to try to draw a, yep. So, it happens, that's okay, it's pretty funny. So, let's go through and try to remember what all the commands are. So, I mean, this needs to be broken up into lots of different chunks now. But, process command, oops. If I remember correctly, there's a process command. Okay, so, yeah, they look... Okay, I think your first problem is you can't use capitals. You can't paste capitals in Dutch Taurus. So one of the last things I think from memory we did is we use lowercase and uppercase for different things. So yeah, no. From memory, capitals is not what you want to use. You want to use lowercase. So that's what we're going to look at now. So rather than just don't send anymore because it's not going to work. Let's try to remember what all the commands are. Okay, so this is where we go through. So in process loop, so we do process command. If I could spell. So we receive a string, and then we run through the whole string, and remember we have to do the funky separation of based on spaces. So you see here we're checking for lowercase and uppercase. So what are the commands again? Okay. All good, all good. So what's the L for? If it starts with L. So remember, C is to change the color. M is for move, R is for rotate. What Q montage for Austin Powers? Oh, Mr. England, Mr. Christopher. You're getting your penis ready. Okay. So this is where we're splitting it. And sub command, pass command. So here we go. So if it's an M, maybe we're not doing upper and lowercase. Maybe that was the plan, but we didn't do it. Okay, so M does a turtle move. And then wish I could spell. So if there's 1 comma, then it's a move, rotate. If it's 2 commas, then it's move, rotate. And if there are no commas, it's just a move. That's okay. So that's, and then if it's an R, that just does a rotate. And then we had rotate special. God, I don't remember what we were doing. Does anyone remember what we were doing? And then we've got the C. And you could plus or minus the color. Or you could just set the color. And then T, I think it was to translate. T teleports. You're talking about this code? You got to remember this code was written real time during a live stream while people were trying to hack the laser. So, yeah.
I missed something. Can you say it again?
Stop. I didn't even, anyway, so it starts with X, Inc Y. Yeah, I don't remember what we were doing here. How funny is that? We should start again. What do you think? Well, this started off as doing like, yeah, as turtle, but it got a, so the problem is there's a limit to how much data we can send via YouTube chat. I can't remember how many characters it was, 260 characters or something. So the issue was, how do we let people do enough stuff? Right, so L does looping. Right, I remember now. L is for looping. That's why it's parsed first. So you could do like L something, and then you could tell it how many times to do it. So according to this, I should be able to go, let me go into here. Oops, no. Here, okay, let's go. Thank you. Okay, so I should be able to go turtle, color 2, and then I should be able to go, if I go move, L4, move 20, well, let's go 10, comma 90. That should move and then rotate. Maybe. Got to go through everyone's sequence. I'll restart it in a moment. So that was my other one. And that should also replace, oh, I didn't put the thing at the end. Maybe that will be a problem. It's looking for the end marker. There we go. Okay. So that might have worked, except 20 is too small. Oh, sorry, 10. So 40. Yeah, let's try. I just want to remember the syntax. Still too small. Let's try 150. You can use plus just after turtle. In that case, add the sequence to the previous sequence. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. I hadn't thought about that. We could look at doing that. I just want to work out the basic. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so, and also want to work out the scale. Because the other thing is, we can probably get it to draw faster if I change the scale. And I've got to remember where that is. So right now it's drawing maximum scale here. The gain. If we set that down, it'll draw smaller but faster. So what are the options? High and low. Okay. So if we do low, this should make everything much smaller. But then I can zoom in and we should get faster draw, I think. So let's try. Let me just recompile this. YouTube is filtering commands as spam, it appears. Possibly.
Geek says greetings, mortals.
Hey, Quixotic Geek. See, look how fast this is. Like, that just compiled. It's already almost finished flashing. Which is why I moved it to PlatformIO for doing this. Right, that's now in the wrong position, but it's much smaller. So let me fix that. And let me lift this up and zoom it in, and we should be able to draw more faster, maybe. Okay, I can't zoom in more than this though, unfortunately. Is that in focus? I hope so. Let me see if I can focus it a bit more. And it's on a bit of an angle. I think it's still on an angle. Oh. Okay, it's on a bit of an angle, sorry. Really hard to get that straight. That'll have to do. But this is faster, I think. Well, I think it's faster. Let's see if it's fast. Maybe it's faster. Okay. That angle's really annoying me. I need to fix it. Whoops. Drop the leg. Okay, how's that? Is that good enough? Okay, so what did Adam just sent one? Didn't you just, isn't that what mine's drawing? Definitely. So it's, when it draws a name, it's slower because drawing text is very slow, as you can see. Okay, so it looks pretty cool. Okay, so command-wise, I mean, it's working. People, okay, you can use it. I don't know why yours aren't working, Dutch tourists, but I'm happy for people to hack away now and start drawing, but I want to see if I can with the module. I'll take the exposure down a bit so you can. Yeah, that's the problem. Is like every time I touch the camera, it moves, and when I'm working on the camera, I can't see the screen. So is that better? Is that less? Doesn't look as nice now though, maybe.
Photo Chromax says perfect.
Oops, look at that. I just wrecked the, It does look a bit blurry, but anyway. Ooh, a what? A chicken. Hey, Pro Engineer. Okay, so let's see if I can get the, what Mr. England just said about, instead of replacing it, updates, or it adds to. So I don't know how I'm going to do that though. Pass command. So everything goes into, so I'm going to jump around the code. I don't remember this code. So I apologize that I'm going to jump around a bit, but so everything goes into a struct, and then there's one per user. Where am I doing that? Here. So there's a, I don't even need, let me just tidy some of this up. Don't need this type def stuff. Okay. Okay, so these are all the commands that come in to the user, and they get put inside, they get parsed into a whole bunch of draw calls per user. So we say maximum draw calls up top is 250. So let's start, I don't know how much it's going to take in memory. If we double the draw calls, and so we need to see when does a pattern get update pattern. Pattern is updated. Build draw calls. So that's where it's replacing, I believe here. So it's going through the name, finding the name and replacing it in this build draw calls. So it's doing, so each time it's doing specifically for that person. Yeah, logo was, yeah, it was on the BBC Micro, it was on Commodore 64, it was on the Apple, it was all over the place. So that's the first one, and then it goes through here and it's adding them all. So the question is, okay, so we're gonna have to store in a pattern. So we already are storing the number of draw calls. Where do we set number of draw calls? Here. Where are we setting it to 0? Oh, right here. So the number of draw calls, we only want it to be 1 if there's no plus. How are we going to do that? This isn't really designed to be able to join on multiple. So we can add a bool should add equals false. And then when a message, when it comes in, here num draws equals, so we go if pat dot should add actually, I'll do it under here. If pat should add, let's set that to no, and we're going to set num draws to start at where do we set the actual value at the end? Here, number equals number of draws. Okay, so that'll start the next number of draws. That should start. Oh, now we're going to have problems with the friggin' tabs and spaces. Okay, so now oh, that looks a bit distorted. I tell you, the laser's much quieter now. How do we set it to true? Okay, so when a message comes in, subscribe, laser, turtle. Okay, here. So when a message comes in, total clear, process command. It's got to work out who it's for. Chat name. And if it starts with L, okay, so bool should append equals false. Okay, so the first thing you should get is their name. Yeah, I know before I recognize L, but so it starts with plus. Should append equals true. Or it should just be equals. You could not turn all the commands into lowercase or you'll have uppercase commands. The plan was to have both upper and lower, I think, but I never got to that, it looks like. The question is, at what point add pattern, chat name, bool append maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing here a lot. I'm really guessing. Okay, so pattern. All right, so that's adding a new one, or that's updating. So update. What is update? Return true. Okay, I also have to pass append to that. Because I need to pass, yeah, all the way through. I don't remember which one is actually doing it. But update pattern, chat name equals that. Then we go patterns dot should add equals append. Maybe this will work. Oh, bloody tabs. Okay, let's try flashing this. Sorry, everyone's going to lose what they've been sending or whatever. Oop, no. Didn't like that. What didn't I like? Ooh. Else if, open bracket. Oh. Yep. Might need that. Oh, did not like this. Failed in the linking. Overflow. Okay, did not like that many draw calls, it looks like. That's what I was worried about. 500 draw calls. A little bit too many. Let's say, let's go up at a bit at a time. 350. No, segment overflow by 17,792 bytes. Maybe we could make the int 8t. How small? Much smaller can we get it? So these longs, what worked? Oh, you got your thing working? Sorry. How big is a long compared to a... yeah, you got your rings going. Well done. They're drawing great because of the refresh rate, the frame rate. How big is a long compared to an int? Keep the old 250. I don't want to keep the old 250. I want to see if I can get more. Okay, that worked. Take it to 300. So long is 2 times longer than a uint 32. I wonder what size do we need? We definitely don't need I'd have to. Yeah, I reckon we can go much smaller than that. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that one here, so it's out of the loop. Oh, what was that? I thought my email was closed. That's weird. I wonder if we might go uint 32t. Can they be negative? Wait. Maybe they can be negative. Oops. I just want to see what happens. Long is 32-bit, same as int on this platform. Okay, so it'll be exactly the same. Right, yeah. Well, I got it to 350, up an extra 100. Oh, I wanted to get rid of my thing at the start. Whoops. Okay. Anyway. Hey, friendly intention. This is just running on an original ESP32. I could do this on an S3. I could shove stuff in PSRAM. Lots of things I can do. Okay, this seems to be drawing. I'm not, but the ADCs get a bad rap. They're not that bad. There's worse out there. Okay, so what isn't an int32 on expressive? What? So I'm just going to get rid of mine. So I want to see if we can use the plus. So it's going to break. I'm sure it's going to break. And I'm sure if you do it multiple times, it's going to... I'm not really checking the max, so I should probably do that. Okay. So if I just now do this, although I should have made it bigger, and then if I do it again, but I add a plus, what happens? Oh, I killed it. Okay, the plus killed it. That doesn't work. Let's not do that. The problem is I've got no serial output, so I don't know what it's done. Yeah. So what happens if I do this again without the plus? Hey, Steve. Will it fix it? Or is it just crashed now? Okay, it looks like it's just crashed. Okay, so let's hope OTA is working. If I've really crashed it, we're in trouble. Yeah, I've really crashed it. I'm gonna reboot time. Reboot. So that is using an OG Tiny Pico. An original, which means I need to, it's got no reset button on it. Oop, There we go. Reset. Okay, it's reflashing now. It was already set to reflash. Okay. So let's not use the plus. I don't know what's going on with the plus yet. I'm gonna have to dig a bit more. That also broke it. Maybe it's the move size. Uh-oh. We're at 250. Maybe converting it to an int 32 was a problem. If I make it 350. No? Okay, I don't know why it was going. Okay, I don't know what the deal with the plus is. I don't know how big we can actually draw this either. That's very small for 800. Okay. So I should be able to do a teleport. Oh, how does teleport work again? Anyone remember? Starts with T. Right, I can just give it commands. So can I go teleport 900, 0? So I can move it to the center maybe. Yep. Okay, so teleport works, except for the red dot. Wonder if I can do that. Yep. And we've got a triangle. Okay. Do you want to have a play? Oh. Is that our rings again? You need a, can you make them less? We got 24 segments per ring. Can you make them small, like less segments, so they draw faster? By the way, you get some work done on the line for the pick and play. What do you mean? What do you mean, did I get some work done on the line? Hold my beer. Loading, unloading. So what do you mean? So I don't understand the loading and unloading of... You're talking about the conveyor stuff, the automatic conveyor stuff, the width stuff, or what are you talking about? Oh, that's not for loading and unloading. That's just for setting the conveyor widths, which is working great. Yeah, but I've only got the one conveyor still hooked up. Peter has made 2 more brackets for me, but I didn't have time on the weekend for him to come down to get them installed. Yeah, so that's working. I mean, I was using it, but it's only just the one conveyor that's moving right now. Ooh, plasma ball. Need to make it multicolor. Yeah, it is a beast. So should I go C1, and then at the end of this I can go C+, I think. We should cycle the color. Nope. Doesn't C+, C. Okay, if there's a plus. Ah, no. That just sets. Why do we do that? Is that for turning it on and off? What does set color 10 and set color -10 do? If color doesn't equal -10. I don't remember what plus and minus is supposed to do. What is setting the color to 0 to 7. I don't remember what it does. I would have thought we would have done laser on, laser on. Yeah, weird. I don't remember what it does. Does anyone remember? Okay. Definitely draws faster, Dutch Taurus. They're obviously not as smooth. But I feel like C+ moved it to the next color, but only once. No, I don't think it does. I don't actually think it does. Maybe that was the intent, but if it's a plus, it does a set color 10. If it's a minus, it does a set color -10. And then when we look at set color, if it doesn't equal -10, it doesn't equal 10, set the color constrained, right? Otherwise, it'll set it to 10 or -10. And I don't see what 10 and -10 does. So when it's processing the color, There's no mention of 10 or minus 10 here anywhere. It's not otherwise. What? What do you mean it's not otherwise? Is my brain just not working? You said otherwise it sets the color. No, I said otherwise it constrains the color. I said. So if it's not negative 10 and it's not 10, it constrains the color between 0 and 7. But if it is negative 10 or 10, it just passes the color through. No, it doesn't limit the colors. Maybe I was halfway through adding something. Like maybe this was a so I need to track the last color that was set so I can then add to it, because it doesn't have a concept of what the current color is. It's in a draw call list. So I could try doing okay, and you go to set color. Oh my god, look for the brackets. Last color set equals cull. Else. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go from so I'm just going to make a mess. Oh god, stop auto-completing on me. Okay, this is really giving me the shits. These I don't know what's going on with these brackets. Okay, so if it equals negative 10, if last color set doesn't equal 100, whoop, cull equals constrain cull set -1. So we're going backwards a color. Otherwise we need to set it to something else. Cull equals 0. And then if cull is that, +1. They're not going to loop right now.
HAL 9000 says red alert. Incoming UFO.
Otherwise do that. So this might make it cycle. I don't know. Do we want it to loop? We probably should want it to loop, don't we? So we don't want to constrain it. Okay, fine. Is that -1? And if call is less than 1, we'll exclude the clear. Call equals 7. Otherwise it equals 1. I guess. And then if it equals 10, okay.
Geek says good night, mortals.
Good night, Quixotic Geek. Have a good sleep. Thanks for joining. +1 if call is greater than 7. I can't type this morning. Call equals 1.
Hal 9000 says good night, meat puppets.
Meat puppets. Good night, Adam. You done playing? Catch you later. I'm uploading. So this hopefully will get cycling working. Wait. I didn't set the last cull. I need to do that here. That's gonna be a problem. Try that again. Okay. I'd like to have the laser running all the time during the chat, like the logo, like I used to have. So I'd like to get this sorted out. Okay, so let's see if this now cycles colors. What's wrong with my, look, it works. Look at that. Except the first move needed to be a 0. Actually, that's not true. Here it needs to be, before the teleport, I need to go C0. So that worked. You picking on my coding? There you go. Look at that. Let's just make sure C- works. Can't believe you're picking on my sleep. See, that's the thing though. With PCB design, when I'm sleep deprived, I really struggle. But when I'm coding, I'm just as bad if I'm sleep deprived or if I'm not sleep deprived. So it makes no difference. You can't tell the difference, right? Okay, so yay, we fixed one thing. We got one thing. It's true though. my coding's terrible. Well, this code is terrible. I mean, this was written a long time ago. I think my coding's got a lot better actually. But you can't tell from this because this was written, I don't date anything. I was using this when I was back home, like over 2 years ago, this was written. So my C++ has come a long way since then. I still dislike it immensely. But what are you going to do? I'm still here not paying enough attention to the comment. That's okay, Bruce. All good. Okay, I can't believe no one's drawing penises. Like, really? I know that I've hit rock bottom. when no one is, but I never claimed to be a coder, Mihao. Never. Like I build hardware because I don't want to code, but I have no choice. But I never claimed to be a coder. So, you know, there's a very clear distinction there. Yes, Renaissance. It's not been approved by everyone yet, but it looks like, yeah, an obscene amount of money. Let's see what happens with the product. It's definitely going to be, anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see, but KiCad for the win, folks. Okay, well, I think there's, maybe they'll open source it. Not after paying that much money, they won't. Not a chance. Here we go. Put it on my face. Can I... Oh, that's interesting. There we go. Maybe not screen. Bloody mode. Just add. I went other way around to have some challenges outside of software. I'm having a lot of fun with electronics and microcontroller coding. Yeah, cool. I think that's great. I just... Look, it's back on the wall again. Looks like my t-shirt. This is chat controlled draw pictures on Sion's t-shirt. Now, I've got to have it track me though. Don't look at laser. Yeah, with my one good eye. Hey Ray. Hey Max. Wow. Did I miss Max coming in. T-shirt AI. All of my turtle commands are on my home machine. Oh, right. You could have just made new ones. Okay. Well, anyway, that's wonder where we can put it. Mini mode. Whoops. Whatever. Okay, well, I think that's it for today's stream because, as I mentioned at the very start, I've got boxes.
Cian, Chad has disconnected.
Yeah, okay. I've got boxes of Feather S3s to test. Test and pack. And, yeah. And I have a cold coffee in front of me. And maybe next week, if I catch up on my sleep, which is unlikely, we'll get back into PCB design. But I'm sorry that this was such a weird and nothing stream, but at least we've got the turtle going again, and chat controlled, and maybe if I find some motivation during the week, I'll tidy up this code a bit and see if I can... I'd love to see if we can get it faster as well. But there's a limit to how fast the actual laser can go. Or I need to see if I can sync the frame rate of the camera, find a better combo to get the redraw happening smoother. But it's working again, which is great. It wasn't as broken as I thought it was going to be. And I wouldn't mind getting, if we can work out how to get the appending. I need to run a big USB cable over to that so I can get serial output so I can see what's going on with that plus command. But that'd be cool if people could do larger drawings. But the larger the drawing, the more commands, the slower it takes to draw, right? I had another idea, just quickly, before everyone goes away. So I was going to, have you thought about PCB or products for test automation? Well, I do for myself, but not for things to release to for other people. Test automation is very customized. Like there's no one thing that works for everything. There's not even one thing that works for many things. Every test scenario is unique, and there are a lot of companies in that space, and it's a nightmare. Like I wouldn't want to be dealing with that. It's hard enough making test stuff for myself that is 100% reliable and maintainable. So yeah, not for other people. Yeah. So before I got the laser out today, or for today, I had an idea of doing something similar on my Blizzard board with my DVI out. And I think maybe we'll have a look at doing that in an upcoming stream where it's the same turtle stuff, but it's not laser. It's drawing it onto a canvas, like onto a screen, onto a TV, but I can capture it back in, right? So firstly, we won't be limited to the like a frame rate issue like this. Secondly, we won't be limited to the speed of drawing, and people will be able to issue commands to draw stuff, and it's just going to draw with pixels, right? But then we can do some really cool things because, you know, I don't have to simulate drawing a circle with a laser because you can draw a circle and stuff. Anyway, I think that'll be fun, letting people draw stuff that's way more complex live on a screen. Anyway, I'm still holding your beer. Was there a link to a website to test out the turtle commands? Want me to post it? Oh, is that AJ's one? Yeah, is that still... you can, absolutely, Dutch Taurus, if you want to post it. That was AJ's one from, yeah, again, ages ago. Sure. Anyway, I am going to... thank you for that. I'm going to end the stream, get another coffee. No, end the stream, go lie down, maybe have some sleep, then get a coffee, and then do some testing. I had a nice beer yesterday, hazy IPA or something. Don't drink IPA, it's bad for you. What are you doing? Anyway, okay everyone, thanks for joining. Catch you all next week. Have a fantastic week. Bye.